Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with the next review of the Terror in the Isles challenge. This time, Jason and I watched The Shining. Red Rum. The Shining is a 1980 horror film directed by Stanley Kubrick, based on the novel by Stephen King. Scenes from the movie are featured in Terror in the Isles. The Shining, I'd say, is objectively one of the greatest horror films ever made. In addition, it's also one of my personal favorites. Stephen King was not a fan and felt it was a poor adaptation of his work. I don't care if he wrote the book or not. Stephen King is wrong. Jack Nicholson plays writer Jack Torrance, who accepts a job as the winter innkeeper of the Overlook Hotel. The hotel is located in the isolated Colorado mountains. Jack's wife Wendy, played by Shelley Duvall, and his son Danny will be staying there with him. Jack has been suffering from writer's block, so he feels this will be a good opportunity to get something down on paper. Of course, we all find out soon enough that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Prior to accepting the position, Jack was warned that a previous caretaker went mad from the isolation and murdered his family before killing himself. Jack claims he'll do just fine in the snowy isolation. Upon arriving at the Overlook, Jack and his family are given a tour. Scatman Crothers plays Dick Halloran, who runs the kitchen at the hotel. He takes a liking to young Danny and realizes the two of them have something in common. They both have a special ability known as the Shining. They see visions and they're able to communicate telepathically. Young Danny tells Mr. Halloran that someone named Tony lives in his mouth. Sometimes Tony even takes over Danny's body without him realizing it until later. For Danny, the vision started right away upon arriving at the Overlook. He sees things that haven't happened yet, but surely will. He also sees ghostly visions from the past. As the family is left alone for a series of days into weeks, Jack starts losing his mind. In between seeing ghoulish visions himself, Jack begins stalking Wendy and Danny. With an axe in his hands, he chases his wife and son, in what is also one of the best chase scenes in horror history. It's funny since I just said that in our previous review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yet here we are with another one of the best horror movie chase scenes, especially when they end up in the snowy hedge maze. The Shining is another movie on this list I'm sure you've all seen. Kubrick was an absolute genius with filmmaking. The small details matter, and they're everywhere. I love how Jack's tie in the opening scene foreshadows the hedge maze later on. Watching the deterioration of Jack Torrance's mental health is fascinating. Nicholson gives a brilliant performance, and you know what? So does Shelley Duvall. I have no idea why she has gotten so much hate over the years for this performance, but she was great as Wendy. Danny Lloyd is also great as Danny Torrance, and he's a really nice guy in real life. I've met him. Scatman Crothers is just cool. He's always cool. The Overlook Hotel is like a character of its own. The funny thing is, The Shining is an extremely comforting movie for me. I don't know if it's the quiet shots of isolation or the way it's filmed. It's just comforting. There's a scene of full frontal nudity, which quickly goes from arousing to disgusting. Then there's that bizarre shot of the guy in the bear suit. What's that about? No one knows. I already mentioned the snowy hedge maze, which is an incredible setting for the climax of the film, which all leads up to that very last shot. What do you think it means? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like I said, The Shining is one of the greatest horror films ever made, and it's one of my personal favorites. Which makes it sort of surprising that I've still not seen Dr. Sleep, even though I've owned this on Blu-ray for a long time now. This is the sequel to The Shining, based on the novel by Stephen King of the same title. I've heard nothing but great things about the film, and it's my relatable recommendation, not only for you, but for me as well. I need to watch this, finally. I am filming this video in April though, and you won't be seeing it until August, so maybe by the time you see this review, I will have seen Dr. Sleep. What do you think about The Shining? Comment below and let me know. And please be sure to check out Jason's review, Red Rum Review. Another one is coming soon in the Terror in the Aisles Challenge. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.